again, just like the others, this is after my prep time. I took like 55 seconds of prep time this time because I felt kind of ready. I don't know, this is a little bit of a weird prompt. It's about history, and whenever I get to history, I kind of don't do as well, but I'm going to try to push through this one and work through it. Okay, I chose Can History Unite People from the category Virginia is for Lovers. History is very important for our people and our cultures and traditions. If a family tradition is passed down through centuries, then we can be united by it. Even the people that we bring into the family can become united from this history. So today, we're going to look at some types of history that can unite people, why that history can unite people, and finally, we're going to look at some real-life examples of history uniting people. So, what are some different types of history that can usually unite people? Well, like I said earlier, family traditions are a big thing that we can bring other people into. For example, if your family at Christmas hosts a big race in potato sacks because that's what they did hundreds of years ago, and you invite some of your friends, then they can become a part of the family through this tradition from history. Other examples are town traditions. Town traditions or culture traditions. One example that I think of immediately is Dia de los Muertos. It's a Mexican holiday where we come together to celebrate the dead. And everybody around the world has heard of it, and some people even come to Mexico just to participate in this tradition, to come and be with their loved ones again. So, why can this history unite us? Well, one thing that is the most powerful for uniting humans is other humans. And these people that can help unite us can even be from centuries ago, the people that started these traditions and gave us this history. But their history isn't always just what's important about these traditions that can unite us. Even though they started the traditions, we can look through history and see how other ancestors have changed it and how the traditions have evolved over the years to be what we do now. And the traditions that we have now might not even be the same as in 20 or 30 years for our children. No matter what happens, humans just keep evolving throughout our history. And we can look back on this history that unites us and see what we can learn from it. Now, what are some real-life examples of history uniting people? Well, when we look at monuments, a lot of the times, monuments are made from people's suffering. And this suffering can bring us together through shared experiences. For example, if two different countries fought in a world war and they had their bravest soldiers monumentalized, then they can come together looking at these monuments and remembering their history. Now, monuments are just one example of history that can unite people. Another example is traditions, just like we've been talking about. I believe that traditions are the most powerful form of history to unite us, because we can look back to hundreds of years earlier, to our ancestors, to our friends' ancestors, and we can learn from them. We can be united with our people through them hundreds of years ago. So that's why I think that history can unite people. And in conclusion, yes, it can unite people in many different ways. And today, we looked at some of those different types of history that can unite people, why it can unite people, and finally, we looked at some real-life examples of people coming together through history. And that is why I believe that history can be a very, very powerful thing whenever it comes to unity and becoming, and people learning to be together. Thank you.